The Darvaza gas crater, Turkmen Garagam Yalkaimi, also known as the Door to Hell or Gates of Hell, or officially the Shining of Karakum, is a burning natural gas field collapsed into a cavern near Darvaza, Turkmenistan. The floor and especially rim of the crater is illumined by hundreds of natural gas fires. The crater has been burning for an unknown period of time, as how the crater formed and ignited remains unknown. The gas crater is near the village of Darvaza in the middle of the Karakum Desert, about 260 kilometers, 160 miles north of Ashgabat, the capital of Turkmenistan. Another nearby gas crater is fenced off and smells of natural gas. The crater has a diameter of 60-70 meters, 200-230 ft, and has a depth of about 30 meters, 90 aft. History. The early years of the crater's history are uncertain. Relevant records are either absent from the archives, classified, or inaccessible. Some local geologists have claimed that the collapse into a crater happened in the 1960s. It was set on fire only in the 1980s to prevent emission of poisonous gases. Others assert that the site was drilled by Soviet engineers in 1971 as an oil field, but collapsed within days, forming the crater, with the engineers choosing to flare the crater to prevent emission of poisonous gases, but underestimating the volume of the gas. In April 2010, President Gurbanguly Berdimuhamedow recommended that measures be taken to limit the crater's influence on the development of other natural gas fields in the area. In January 2022, Berdimuhamedow announced plans to extinguish the crater, citing deleterious effects on local health, the environment, and the natural gas industry. A commission was established to find the optimum technique. Despite Berdimuhamedow's intentions, the crater remains open. In post-Soviet Turkmenistan, the crater has become a minor tourist attraction, perhaps aided to an extent by the declaration of the region as a natural reserve in 2013. A crude road without signage runs out to the crater, and yurts have been set up nearby. In 2018, the gas crater was used as an overnight stop in the Amul Hazar automobile rally. In 2019, Berdimuhamedow appeared on state television doing donut stunts around the crater to disprove rumors of his death. In 2013, George Kourounis became the first person to set foot at the bottom of the crater. He was gathering soil samples for the Extreme Microbiome Project. The descent was sponsored by National Geographic and featured in an episode of the National Geographic Channel series, Die Trying. In 2013, George Kourounis became the first person to set foot at the bottom of the crater. He was gathering soil samples for the Extreme Microbiome Project. The descent was sponsored by National Geographic and featured in an episode of the National Geographic Channel series Die Trying. George Kourounis interview with National Geographic, I describe it as a coliseum of fire. Just everywhere you look, it's thousands of these small fires. The sound was like that of a jet engine, this roaring, high-pressure, gas-burning sound. And there was no smoke. It burns very cleanly, so there's nothing to obscure your view. You can just see every little lick of flame.